Hi, and welcome to Commissioner's Corner. I'm your host, Lois Leonard, and I'm here today to welcome back to schoolers and talk to Dr. Tommy Chang, Superintendent of Boston Public Schools. As the birthplace of public education in our country, Boston has always strived to set the standard for high-quality education, and Dr. Chang has had a full agenda since coming to our city just a little over 2 years ago. Dr. Chang, thanks so much for joining us. We really appreciate it.
Thank you, Lois.
You must be very busy this time of year.
We are getting ready for the start of school year. Always an exciting time.
Well, how are you feeling as you enter the third year of your school's career here in Boston?
Yes, going into my third year, very exciting time in BPS. A lot of great things going on. We have more level 1, level 2 schools than ever before. Graduation rates are at all-time highs, and there's a lot of important initiatives that we are embarking on. We want to close opportunity achievement gaps for young people, and then we're bring in healthier lunches for our students. We're making sure there's breakfast in the classroom for our students, and we're making strides in making this a more efficient transportation system for our students.
And more importantly, you've learned how to shovel snow.
I started shoveling snow. It is tough.
We'll have to get into that a little later, but I know you've also used a very innovative approach to help develop a more efficient bus routing system. Can you tell us how that came about and how it's working?
Yeah, that's right. So we are trying to use innovative approaches to solving problems. And we all know about crowdsourcing. So we actually use a crowdsourcing technique to get more efficient routes for our school buses. There are 690 buses that are on the streets of Boston every morning and every afternoon. And through a partnership with MIT that won the transportation challenge, we will find more efficient routing. We're going to be taking a lot of buses off the streets and cutting down the routes for our young people.
Well, we've also heard a lot about hiring a new prepared meal supplier. Can you tell us what students should expect to see differently this year?
Yes. So it's our mission to make sure that our students have access to healthy lunch each and every day, because that has a great impact on their learning. And we actually entered into a 3-year contract with a new breakfast and lunch vendor called Revolution Food. They will be bringing food to our students that is natural, nearly organic, no artificial sweeteners, colors, and basically the food pretty much will not be frozen. Previously we had frozen food. We're moving away from frozen food.
I think I'm going to need them to come to my house in the morning.
You know what? They are very collaborative, willing to do whatever it takes.
Well, you're also looking to launch Breakfast in the Classroom project, but most schools already have breakfast in the mornings. Can you tell us why you need this new program?
So our data is showing us that only about 40% of our students are having breakfast. And that's about 30,000 students that actually are not having breakfast, not having a healthy meal at the beginning of the day. And so what we want to do is work very closely with our schools, most importantly, but also in partnership with the EOS Foundation to literally increase the number of students that are actually having lunch. Right now we have kind of a very quick grab and go system. We're actually going to bring those lunches into the classroom so they're having lunches in the classroom before they start the day.
Sounds like a great plan. We're also going to show some clips in just a moment of some of this past spring's valedictorians from 2017 graduates. Can you tell us a little bit about the students that we're going to be hearing from?
I am so proud of the young people in the city of Boston, and we had about 4,500 graduates from BPS. About 40% of those about 40% of our valedictorians actually were born in a different country. So these are students who are multicultural, multilingual. They have overcome immense challenges in the United States, and they became the top student in their schools. And I had an opportunity to meet all of them during our luncheon, and it's always the most exciting time of the year where you celebrate the accomplishments of these young people.
How many schools are there in, how many valedictorians were there then?
So we had 38 valedictorians, and again, I said 40% of them actually were born in a different country, and 61% of them were the first in their families to attend college, or will be the first in their families to attend college.
Something to be very proud of.
Absolutely. There's one student, if I may speak about her, Maybelline Perez. She graduated from East Boston High School. There was a Boston Globe article about her and all the challenges she overcame. She is going to Northeastern, and she told the story of her coming to America from El Salvador, and her parents struggled so much that she actually had to study in candlelight. In the 21st century, but she made it. She was an incredible athlete, incredible student, and she's on her way to Northeastern.
Good for her.
Yeah.
What is she majoring in?
You know what? I don't know, but I'm going to stay connected to her.
Yeah, it'll be great to see how she does over.
She'll do great things.
And I think we'll just take a moment right now and take a look at these clips.
I was born in El Salvador. I came to the United States when I was 12 years old in 2010. Back in El Salvador, I grew up with gang violence. Seeing murdering and stealing became normal because that's what I would see every day. My dad decided we needed to leave the country for our own safety, and so we did. Building a new life hasn't been easy, but it wasn't impossible either. I must admit, it came with a lot of hardships. But with family, I've overcome them. When we first arrived, I had to do my homework under a candlelight because we did not have electricity. I was only a 6th grader. I did not have any power to change what was going on. The only thing I could do was studying to learn English so I could be moved into general education classes. I've learned to appreciate the smallest things. In El Salvador, walking to school safely and playing outside in the park were not options because it was too dangerous.
That was such a great event. You must be so proud of those children.
It is always the highlight of the year.
Well, another big initiative that you're taking this fall is called The Essentials. So can you tell us a little bit about that, and how do you feel that that's going to improve our education?
Yes, the essentials are called the 4 essentials for instructional equity. And these are 4 competencies that we believe all teachers should integrate into the design of learning experiences for young people. Mm-hmm. And they are focused on closing opportunity and achievement gaps. Our young people, they are going to be the leaders, they're going to be the scholars, they're going to be the entrepreneurs, they're going to be the innovators of tomorrow. They will be taking care of us when we can't take care of ourselves, and we need to prepare them for a college career and life. And these essentials are really focused on making sure our students are safe, welcome, and their identities are sustained in classrooms, and that every learning experience is about providing access and agency for young people, and that we are assessing for learning, not of learning. And lastly, I think this is extremely important. Our students need to be engaged in cognitively demanding tasks. Like what they're doing must be rigorous, and if it's not rigorous, our students aren't going to be prepared for college, career, and life.
They need to do more than just memorize. You need them to have strategic thinking, cognitive thinking.
That is exactly right. They need to be solving problems. They need to be solving problems in the classroom. They need to be solving problems in their communities because they're going to be influencing the world around them. We need to prepare them for that.
And learning how to balance their checkbook.
Oh, yeah, yes. Well, they don't really have a checkbook anymore. So.
Oh, I'm dating myself. Okay. Well, speaking to this subject, it's very important to you, your opportunity and achievement gaps, closing that's another key mission. How is that working so far?
So we have a strategic implementation plan that is guided by the values of equity, coherence, innovation. And the mission of our strategic implementation plan is to close opportunity achievement gaps. Proud to say that we launched our Excellence for All initiative last school year. It's going to continue this school year. It is a focus on raising the rigor and the opportunity for enrichment in 4th through 6th grade across the city of Boston. Also, we have increased the number of students who are accessing the Exam School Initiative, which is preparation for our students for the ISEE, which is an exam to qualify them for exam schools. And over 800 of them are participating in summer programming to prepare them for this test that will allow them to qualify for the exam schools.
You're going to keep raising the bar.
I think we have to. We have historically marginalized populations in the city of Boston, and our job is to make sure that every single student has equitable opportunities.
Dr. Chang, you mentioned earlier level 1 and level 2. For the sake of our audience, can you describe and give us a definition of what that is?
Yes. So the Department of Elementary and Secondary Education rates all schools on a scale of 1 to 5. Level 1, Level 2 are the top 2 levels. And in the city of Boston, we have 46 Level 1, Level 2 schools. So this is the highest number of schools in Level 1, Level 2 that we have had.
So it's an increase.
Absolutely,
over the last few
and
years.
we should be very proud. Our teachers, our students, and our administrators have worked very hard to make sure that our schools are performing well.
Doctor, how else are you supporting the underserved community?
Let me give you some examples. One example is our students who are experiencing homelessness. For those students, we are making a $1 million investment in this upcoming school year. Every single school in Boston Public Schools will be getting some share of that $1 million depending on the number of students that have been identified. And some schools are creating closets for their students with toiletries and uniforms and so on and so forth. And some other schools are having case managers and hiring people who are case managing and bringing supports, additional supports for those young people and their families. We are also working very closely with our immigrant families and making sure that they have the resources they need. We have a website called BPS, We Dream Together. It is on, you can link it from our Boston Public Schools website, and provides resources for immigrant families in 9 different languages. I'm also very proud that we are going to be creating a Haitian Creole dual language program at the Madahan Elementary School starting this year. And this will be a first of a kind program where the Haitian community will be able to go to a school that fully embraces the Haitian culture.
There's a very important question that's dear to my heart because I'm a mom. The education of our children can be very emotional. It can be a very highly charged subject. So why do you think that is, and how do you deal with those emotions?
I think you nailed it on the head. We care about education in this city because people care so deeply about the young people. They understand that education is the pathway to life success. And we have families. I've never met one mom or now one father who doesn't deeply care about their child's education. So when I hear statements like parents don't care, it's just not true. Every parent cares, and especially in the city of Boston, everybody cares very deeply.
Well, I know I have to apologize to all my son's teachers over the years if I gave them too hard of a time, but it's very difficult. It's something that's on your mind all day long. And all I can say is thank you to all the teachers that my son had. So thank you very much. It's also been a very interesting year from the presidential election to the rallies in Charlottesville to our rallies here in Boston. So how do you and your teachers plan to make sure that all families and all students feel welcome?
Yeah. I want to personally thank teachers, educators, parents, community members for standing up against hate and bigotry and doing it in their own way. Everybody stands against hate and bigotry in their own way, and we all have taken personal stances. And it's very clear in the city of Boston, we stand for very strong values around inclusion, around equity. So I'm very proud of that. And in recent months and in recent days, we've all had to stand up, and so very proud. In Boston Public Schools, we want to make sure every single school and every single classroom is safe, it's welcoming, and it's sustaining for young people. What I mean by sustaining is that the young person's identity must be sustained. Our young people come from rich cultures of resilience. They have incredible strengths, and we want to sustain and we want to affirm their identities. We have an incredible website called BPS We Dream Together. It is a website of resources for our immigrant families. We have also come out very strongly against some stances around our transgender students, and we stand with our transgender students, and we stand with our religious communities, our Jewish communities and our Muslim community, and those communities have had some challenges in recent days and in recent months, and we are with you as well.
You must have many conversations with individual teachers on this subject. As a group, do the teachers get together and discuss this?
Absolutely. I am always affirmed when I speak with teachers in the city of Boston who are all aligned in our values that we must have safe and welcoming and sustained environments. I actually just left a group of 700 teachers that are gathering at Boston University to talk about the essentials and to talk about how we continue to affirm and sustain the identities of our young people.
Well, we thank you. We thank your teachers. We hope to have a wonderful, wonderful school year, and you'll have to come back and give us an update on how things are going.
I would love to.
Yeah.
Thank you for the opportunity.
Great. Thank you for joining us today. And thank you, our viewers, for joining us today. Many resources are available to students and their families. Please take the time to visit the BPS website at bostonpublicschools.org and plan on attending a school committee meeting. They're open to the public. If you can't make it to a meeting in person, you can always watch the Boston School Committee meetings live right here on Boston City TV. We hope you enjoy your back-to-school experience. I'm Lois Leonard, and thanks for joining us here at Commissioner's Corner.